What the hell, bro? How does it keep getting worse? Every second is getting worse with this family, bro. Like, damn, I don't want to crash out. First, we had drug addiction. Then we had 6 people in a bedroom, not even a bedroom, in the damn near dining room, dude. We have addictions. We got a lady doing drugs while she has a child on the way. Like, on TikTok, there is a cesspool of degenerate, weird, strange content, and today we are going to find out about even more of that. The most disturbing family content on TikTok. Let's check it out. What's that?
As you can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6.
When you have a 1 bedroom with 6 people, a bedroom becomes more essential than a dining room.
As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years now, I have nothing but a grateful spirit for the roof over our head. Generally, the instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them? See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience. When you've experienced enough, you generally don't judge people. I can tell you after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, there's very little I have to judge people. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a point in my life that I was so naive. And like I said, I have learned a lot. I generally look like I'm roughing it, but that's because our kids come first. I do everything I can to keep our environment clean and tidy. When it comes down to it, I could shove everything my kids have in 1 bedroom of some of these houses I see, and it would really look like nothing. We try to teach our kids to take care of what they have, be grateful for what we have. We keep praying and pushing for the growth that we want.
This is the resilient Jenkins family.
Okay.
A family that doesn't deserve any bit of praise or recognition at all.
From what we've seen so far, 1 bedroom, 6 kids is low-key a lot. But I will say, that is an experience that a lot of people have had that they're just afraid to admit. Like, for example, I used to live like that, bro. When I was a kid, it was more than 6 in a 1 bedroom. Because the reality is, in America, there's a lot of families that live like that, bro.
When I grew up, my mom told me the stories about how she and her siblings grew up in an apartment of 1. She also has about 4 to 5 other siblings at this time. But the difference is her parents stayed in the living room and the kids got the bedroom with a bunch of different bunk beds. That's not the case in this situation. Both of them had kids outside of the relationship. They came together and started having more kids. The parents get to sleep in the room. The kids sleep out in the living room. The parents' room has a whole TV, a PS5, and a regular bed, and the kids have foam mattresses on the kitchen floor that they have to share with cats and like that. The dad does a bunch of gig work and spends a bunch of time outside of the house, and that's going to come up later as to why that's important.
I think, okay, first of all, I don't think it's necessarily a problem for the kids to be sleeping in a living room, just because usually a living room is more spacious. Correct me if I'm wrong, like depending on what type, the way the house setup is. I don't know what their house setup is, bro.
Because it's just going to tell the tale of how much of a deadbeat he really is. And the mother is a stay-at-home mom for a bunch of poor excuses, but we'll get into those as well. Now, they're both recovering addicts who met in some sort of rehabilitation center, but none of that's stopping them from continuing to do drugs today. Like, while she has the baby, she is still actively taking drugs by her social media accounts. And 2, there's nothing stopping her from doing any sort of work.
Yo, yeah, you are disgusting. And you're gonna have that kid, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If you're gonna do stuff like that, just get an abortion, bro. Actually, it might not be legal in your state. I'm sorry.
Definitely contribute to the house in a meaningful way. But instead, she spends her time, like all these family influencers,
doing what?
Begging people online
for bread?
Order to pay for their lifestyle and make her some sort of mommy influencer. And I'm not a fan of this type of content at all, but the reality of it is that it exists. But the main thing about this family content is, before anything, you have to take care of your actual family.
True. Absolutely baffles me that my beautiful kiddos haven't gone viral yet. 2 years and counting, babies, we got this. Eventually, mama will make our dreams happen. I'm making changes to help our account. If I consistently see you in the views of my videos and not supporting, you won't have access to my account any longer. My goal is to grow, and I can't do that without the support of the viewers. What does that mean? You gonna block people who aren't like... I'm not like you other girls. I'm very cutesy. I'm very cutesy. I'm very demure. Okay, my thing is, dude, as a content creator, there's no excuses that you can make but blaming yourself for content not doing well. If you're gonna start blaming viewers and start blaming the algorithm and a bunch of all of this other stuff, bro, like, you're kind of just coping, and you're not going to see the benefits that you want to see. Up your content, up your production, maybe make better videos. I don't know, come up with more creative ideas, but things like that are not just going to happen overnight for no reason. You're not going to go viral for no reason. You're not going to go viral unless you're making something informative, something interesting, you know what I'm saying, something innovative. The TikTok algorithm will be worse than the W2NN with the low-life coworkers you watch get all the credit, because they'll tell me why crap views and the better content than wouldn't have this app.
If you're making entertaining and engaging content consistently, for sure, most people are going to make you some sort of influencer. But it's not something that you beg your way to being.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2024 it's different.
People just don't like those vibes anyways.
Against the idea of working that even if it comes at the risk of harming her kids in the household, she is willing to not do it in the search and hopes for social media clout and fame.
Yeah.
Completely and utterly.
The reality of being flat broke is knowing you can't do shit about your kid's cat skin infection other than to rehome the animal to someone more financially able to handle it. Why do I have to take my baby's baby? I really don't want to. Yeah, I don't see any excuses. You could be a content creator while working a job. Right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm running 2 YouTube channels, right? No editors, no thumbnail makers, no channel managers, and full-time student in college, and I used to have a job. Like, is what it is.
Remember what I said here. The cat has a skin infection, and the cat is sleeping with these young babies that are susceptible to being sick and have weaker immune system than
Yep.
All this could be mitigated if they just decided to change their lifestyles up by having the parents be out in the living room, or hell, give away the cat. But no, the parents live a life of luxury.
Or put the cat in the bedroom. Shit.
But they're in their room, comfortable with a television and a bed and a PlayStation 5.
Dad takes his first evening off in 150 days so him and the kids can have a gaming session. That's cool. Is that Little Nightmares? Fire game. Good game choice. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, with the PS5? Shit. The kids do have a PS4. They just like watching dad play.
They moved into this space back when they just had a small amount of kids, but now they continue to keep growing, keep smashing, and keep making this some sort of game on TikTok by saying, hey, if you make me an influencer, I'll give my hubby another kid. It's actually disgusting work. But the problem is they can't control the outbreaks that are happening in their own damn home. They have months of lice and fleas to the point where
oh, hell nah, bro.
And prolonged lice and flea outbreaks in homes can be detrimental to the long-term health of kids. We're talking about the psychological, we're talking about diseases, we're talking about
the psychological part is definitely an underrated part too. Like growing up in poverty, not only do you not have adequate, access to certain things in life, you're dealing with that mental struggle of, what I'm saying, damn, we're poor as shit, and like there's beef and there's different things going on, and we not living properly, and it's not right.
Talking about infections being passed along.
Trust.
This isn't the New York City streets. This is a damn home. It's supposed to be somebody's comfort. Somebody's
damn, New York this?
You can't even get it under control. At least alleviate some of the problems by putting your kids in the damn room, and you sleep out there with the cats since you decided that you need to have
Just
them.
Put the cats in your room.
You listen here.
RIP to my hair. This is the damage done after having to treat for lice for months on end. That comb is terrible on your hair.
You walking pile of panic attack. You're gonna inhale, exhale your way through this bullshit if it's the last thing you do. Your thoughts
I wonder if
ill,
they're rage baiting and capping about having lice. I don't know.
You, but you're
The reason why I hate this family content is because it's putting to the side the safety, health, and well-being
of children,
of the kids in order to make some sort of influencer out of the mom. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how this drug addict, deadbeat father, etc., is supposed to make good content, but that's the hope and prayer for them.
Damn, that's harsh.
Sitting on live begging for people to follow her, begging for people to basically build their lifestyle all day and all night.
Y'all, there's only 92 days till Christmas. I had a goal to go viral before Christmas and maybe even make some extra funds to give my kids a Christmas. The countdown is so fast as a parent. Dude. Why are y'all still having kids though, bro?
When the song come on.
Help a girl out. My hubby said if we can flip our fans places, this has to be our last baby, and I'm really not ready to stop having babies yet.
Let me see you get gone. Baby mamas, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. Now tell the DJ turn it on.
At some point, CBS should step in because this is a person who does not take the health and well-being
I'm actually
of her kids.
I'm actually very surprised they haven't yet because this person is publicly posting their stuff online. And I'm sure we're getting a little bit of views. I'm surprised CBS hasn't stepped in at all.
When she does decide to get pregnant, I think she should stop having babies as a whole. She doesn't even listen to the doctors recommend that she doesn't do certain things to avoid complications with the pregnancy.
I have no idea how far along pregnant. Far enough along that the nausea is at its peak though, so that makes me think I'm about 7-8 weeks ish. So this will be my 6th time being pregnant. I've had 2 miscarriages, 3 babies, and this is number 6. So we're gonna find out. We're praying for the best, of course. We're believing for the best.
Meanwhile, you're microdosing.
I find it goofy that when you're into your 3rd, 4th time in a row, you really should not be getting so many questions by the doctors or we highly recommend you don't mess with the cat box. Can you recommend to my cats they don't shit then? That would be great. Stay away from too many herbal teas. I'm gonna drink my teas, thank you.
I'm not a doctor at all, but I think that maybe there's some sort of connection to the habits that you have, the continued drug use, the kitty litter use, the disgusting conditions that you have in your household could probably be linking to some of these miscarriages or complications that you're having with your pregnancy.
Maybe. Because, that's kind of jumping to conclusions a little bit. I don't know, bro. I think miscarriages could happen just for no reason, too, sometimes, right?
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I may be jumping out the window with that one. I don't know. Now, the internet is trying to decide whose fault this really is in the grand matter of things, but ultimately, I'm here to squash all conversations.
Okay.
It is both parents' faults. And then there's a third party involved that people aren't necessarily thinking about that could be at fault here. And I'm here to say, yes, you, the people that are consuming this content, engaging and ultimately donating, are involved in being complicit in enabling the behavior that they are displaying on the
Yeah, but I also don't really blame them, bro, because let's say you as an average person just watching videos, let's say you find this family struggling, 6 kids, horrible parents, you still do want to donate to make the kids' lives a little better, bro. At the end of the day, the kids are not the problem, bro. They did not ask to be here, and they're here, and they're dealing with this bullshit and having terrible ass parents. You know what I'm saying? The people donating are doing it out of the grace and kindness of their heart. You can't really blame them. I wouldn't really say it's their fault, man.
I saw just the other day that somebody sent the kids some bunk beds. Kudos to them, but damn, do not give them an out. Do not give them some sort of way to get out of working hard and providing for their kids.
Yeah, but it's the kids though, bro. For the kids, it's fine. It's fine, bro.
Hard work. Woman, just get a job.
So I decided to look up everything in regards to the resilient Jenkins family in Oregon and Portland and their standards of stuff of care and everything what you're supposed to. Off the bat, each child is supposed to have their own bed and own mattress that is adequate for their size. That's just the standard. That's just what they want. And when it comes to housing, usually it's supposed to be 2 per room. So in their case, you can, if the youngest child is like 3, you have to include them. But if not, because they can kind of sleep with their parents, it's supposed to be 2 per room. There's 3 kids. One of the children is not related to the other children, which I think that comes into bed sharing. So there would need to have at least 2 rooms for the kids, essentially. But being that they're going to add more children in, they're going to grow up, they're going to need at least a 3-bedroom. 100%. Yeah. Like, there's no way around that. And also, there's a way for the parents to have a room as well, because that is obviously extremely important to the parent to have their privacy. But it's not. But anyway, each child must have
because they're going to have more kids.
They cannot bed share with someone that they are not related to. So no, the rolled up foam mattresses that come into play and come out of play during the day is not up to standard. I don't know if the apartment complex could get in trouble for this, or the parents could get in trouble for it, but it is in violation. Also,
probably both.
I looked up if there is a program, because here in North Carolina there is one in certain counties where people will donate a bed to you with bed framing, and I think a mattress as well for a child, free to the parent, no cost to anything. They do that in Oregon. I did look it up. They do that in Portland specifically. I looked that up as well.
So they could get one.
For the fathers to say that they don't have beds because they broke them, I can see where people are saying the financial literacy is not there. The responsibility is.
You're not going out of your way to do extra research.
As a parent, I'm a parent of 3 boys. They have broke their beds several times. I've replaced them several times. That's just that. That's the law. And there is no excuse for them not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, bro. A bed frame is not even the most necessary part, bro. It's the mattress. Like, you need some type of like proper adequate mattress, bro. Because personally, I've never been that big on bed frames anyways.
Replace their beds. Yes, they broke them, but guess what? You still have to replace them because you're a parent.
Yep.
Children are expensive. They are not inexpensive at all. I did see on her wish list, they put a toddler bunk bed, up there. Someone did purchase it. That's great, but that's only for 2 of the 4 children that you have.
Right.
Why didn't you put 2 bunk beds up there? Why haven't you looked into programs of replacing your children's beds if you cannot afford it?
Now, she did bring up a couple of good points, and I did want to address some of them. For one, even though you are potentially close to meeting the standards that Portland sets out for housing children, that doesn't take into consideration that you are bringing in prolonged health risks into their lives by having the cat urine be all over the place, by having the lice infestation and flea infestation, and by also having moldy laundry be in the house for long periods of time.
What the hell, bro? How does it keep getting worse? Every second is getting worse with this family, bro. Like, damn, I don't want to crash out on them. But like, first we had drug addiction. Then we had 6 people in a bedroom, not even a bedroom, in the damn near dining room, dude. We have addictions. We got a lady doing drugs while she has a child on the way.
Buy these bed frame or the Salvation Army and get some bedding for little to no money. But these people don't take any advantage of that. Why? Because I think that they think it is cool to film this type of situation, to put it on social media in order to trick people into believing that they are in more help or more need than they actually are in. And then they can get the sympathy and the pity that turns into views and turns into dollars. And then third, but certainly not least, these kids do need their own bed. I can't stress this enough because there's a video out there running around of the dad saying, well, they broke their bed, so as a punishment, they have to go without beds. No, that's not how that works, especially when you have a bed. Kids do things, they damage things, they harm things. This is a basic necessity for them to live in the USA. And to act as if this is something that could potentially come up out of their their pockets, and I'm talking about the parents, is crazy because, like stated earlier, you could just go down to the Salvation Army and get you a damn bed.
Yeah.
But what they're hoping for is that she'll make an Amazon wish list. People will provide her with the things that she wants and needs and desires, and everything will be taken care of, and nobody really gives a shit. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the dad in this situation because he is just as much, if not even more, of a player in how bad the living conditions are.
Okay, let's hear it. What do you do?
I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. I just
Black
know
guy.
two things. He's a deadbeat who doesn't want to work, and the reason why he's a deadbeat is because it has been discovered that there's a whole nother child out there.
Hi, I'm the first baby mama. I'm absolutely embarrassed at the fact that that's my sperm donor. I will not be posting my child on here, but my son is almost 12. That man that everybody's saying they have two loving parents walked out of his son's life when he was 2. Hasn't seen his son since he was 5, and that's because
that's some of the worst things you can do as a human, bro.
Come to his kindergarten graduation.
As a man, there's like 10 things that you could do that are horrible things, and being a deadbeat dad is definitely one of those things on that list. Facts.
And at the time, he only had one child, which was little black boy you guys see in his videos. That's my oldest's little brother. Now, my oldest doesn't even know he has 2 other siblings. So no, they didn't meet when he had one child. He probably has more. He hasn't paid child support, but he has a PS5. I feel bad for those kids.
Yeah.
Because I never not wanted my son to not know his dad.
Okay.
And he's asked.
So you have one kid with him, and then the other kids are his kids only, or are they also your kid?
I've tried. Even his son asked, Mommy, I just want to know my dad. Why can't I see my dad? When that happened, I reached out to him. He read the message, never replied. So
Oh yeah, you are a straight grade A, double, you know what I'm saying, triple, extra bitch made ass nigga.
I knew it was bothering him, and there was nothing that I could say that was going to help him.
Straight like that, though.
I told him, your dad made choices, and he chose to make those choices. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
I have the one other child, Anthony. I've been paying child support via garnishments ever since I can remember. And I worked at W-2 since I was 18, 19. Worked night, multiple jobs, never made above 22 an hour.
Work jobs that worked your body to the bone.
Yeah, I worked retail, I worked overnight, I worked at Home Depot,
okay.
I worked at Jackson's, I worked at Grocery Outlet.
Now, naturally, because the dad is getting defamed in this situation for having a secret child that he's not involved in, he had to respond, and his response doesn't necessarily help any situation.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
W-2 jobs, and he keeps referring them to as W-2 jobs, which
like regular 9-to-5 jobs.
Why somebody referred to them as W-2 jobs would know why he's referring to it as W-2 jobs is because
minimum wage
is avoiding his wages being garnished by the government for the child support that is owed.
Okay.
He comes up and admits that, but these people blow my mind because they are so baffled, and some of the internet is baffled as to why they are receiving such harsh criticisms. And it's not because they're poor, it's because they are intentionally neglectful of their responsibilities because they feel as if this is going to make the best story and best entertainment for the internet. I think this is one of the more extreme examples of the situation at hand, but to be honest with you, the way that people use their kids as props for the internet, public humiliation, trying to get clout, trying to get famous is actually disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. My daughter cut her second period math class with 2 of her friends. But there's more like having to wear this one outfit for the next 2 days. What? Can I not read? But there is more like having to wear this one outfit for the next 2 days, including a shirt that says I skipped math class. Yo, am I illiterate?
Y'all have seen this viral video, but you know, everybody parents different, to each his own, right? But in my opinion, I think what he chose to do for his daughter's punishment was entirely too extreme. That is too much. Like, I think he could have just did the whole outfit thing and that been that. Bro took all her stuff out of her room and everything like that because she skipped a class. And by the looks of it, I know the whole world has skipped class before. I know it. So it's like, you have to give a punishment that matches the crime. You get what I'm saying? Like, parents
the crime
nowadays do not be understanding.
That's true.
That is how you drive your child.
Yeah, even like whoopings, bro. Like whoopings, I personally would never give my kid any whoopings at all. You know what I'm saying? I was indeed a receiver of the whoopings. That is a baby. Why are you hitting that thing? Either way, that is going to do it for today's video. That was the most disturbing family on TikTok. They were absolutely insane and worse than I would have thought, bro. I did not think it was going to get that bad. drug use, no money, deadbeat dad. But let me know if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you want to see next. Please join the Discord link in the description. Please sub to the channel, turn on post notifications. Like the video if you enjoyed. And with that being said, it's love, hello. I love you, and I'm out.